Hey everyone, and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. On this video, we're going to be continuing the priority op, A Better Beginning. Prodromos is founded. The radiation will be slow to clear, but Mayor Bradley will ensure the outpost thrives. Return to the Nexus and speak with Director Tan. So we need to speak with Tan at the Nexus Pathfinder HQ, and give EOS radiation time to clear. Now most of this video is actually going to be on the ship. We're going to meet with our various crew members, get to know more about them, and potentially set up some romance. Now I've had a bunch of people ask me which character I'm going to romance in the game, and I'm going to leave that decision up to my Patreon supporters. So if you don't know about it, I have a Patreon page. You can find it in the description below, or there's a link on the screen right now. And anyone who supports me on Patreon will get to vote on the character that I romance, as well as make decisions in the various games I'm playing. You'll get to vote on the games that I play on the channel, and you can just support the channel in general. So if you like what I do, hopefully you will decide to support me on Patreon. And that's enough self-promotion for me. Let's get back to the matter at hand. So where I left off, I had some codex entries I missed, so let's go over those. The journey so far, finding a home, EOS, the first outpost. You explored and reactivated a mysterious alien vault, apparently designed for terraforming, bringing the hope of new life back to EOS. Despite the potential Ket threat, you guided the outpost on EOS on a mission of peaceful scientific exploration of the Helios cluster. And hopefully we don't regret that. And then under a crew like no other, we've got Nakmor Drak. After earning Nakmor Drak's respect on EOS, he agreed to join your squad. The Tempest is a little cozy for a Krogan, but the old-timers made himself comfortable. When not regaling the crew with stories, he hangs out in the galley, tinkering with his guns. Okay, and then I believe we have another entry under planets and locations. EOS. And we read the first part of this, it's the last part that's new. Activating the vault discovered below EOS's surface has had a dramatic and immediate effect. Radioactive particles are being stripped from the atmosphere by unknown means, and the resulting temperature changes are calming EOS's high winds. The planet's moisture levels are already showing improvement. Prodromos, the first Pathfinder established outpost, has been founded in Fairwinds Basin, with Mayor August Bradley in charge. The Nexus is broadcasting footage of departing colonists and the new conditions on EOS across all communication channels. Okay, and we're all caught up there, so it is time to leave. Let's get on the ship. Depart the planet? Yes.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear. Before the meeting gets started, I have bunk assignments for PB and Drac.
Already put my rucksack in the kitchen. I'll hang out there if that's okay.
And I'm in one of the escape pods. More my speed. That's fantastic. Welcome aboard. Any thoughts, Ryder?
Next time, ask first.
This isn't a military vessel, but there need to be rules. Better to ask about protocol. Let's talk about our success on EOS. Besides establishing our first viable outpost, we did some amazing things. We discovered the Remnant and breached their vault.
And didn't get killed.
Overcame radiation poisoning a number of times.
And didn't die.
Confronted by Ket at every turn.
Once again, did not get killed.
You guys really need to raise the bar on what you call success.
Yeah, should we use the Krogan definition of success that got your homeworld nuked by your own people?
Fair enough.
Let's focus. Back to the task at hand. Looking forward.
Exactly. Here's my only question. When do we hit that next vault? It looked active. We have to get on that.
Hang on. We need to not go off half-cocked.
There are initiative priorities. The team calls the shots.
Actually, the Pathfinder calls the shots, just to be clear.
So what do you need from us, Ryder?
Work hard.
Helios threw us for a loop. Meaning, we're kind of new at this. All of us. So let's figure out what the rules are now, and try to stick to them.
Sounds good. If there's one thing I know I can do, it's make up rules.
No one said make up rules. Can we please keep anarchy to a minimum?
Okay, let's head back to the Nexus. PB, Drac, see Lexi for a physical. Good meeting, everyone.
Augmentations. Augmentations are rare materials that can be added to some blueprints. Items incorporating augments can be more powerful or behave differently. Not sure why it told me there, but okay. And I clearly need to work on my commanding skills because they walked all over me. Alright, what do we got? VidCon, I don't think we have any calls. Nope. I think that's the only console up here. Alright, no more reason to be here. Let's go down.
Ryder, when you've got a minute, stop by the medbay.
Let's see how my strike teams are doing. Ah, they're done. Let's take a look. Mission successful. Nice. Ooh, that's a lot of experience. They leveled up to level 3. And then this team right here, Kilo. Mission successful. Nice. And they're also level 3. All right. Well, let's send them on some new missions. We got this one, measure enemy response. We're planning a large operation and need to know the response time and strength of our targets. Poke the hornet's nest and report on their reactions. Mission traits: silent and deadly, alien presence, outlaw, and normal rewards. Let's see. Kilo has a 74% chance. I sent them on it. And let's see what else we got. Identify the spy. We have reason to believe one of our people is giving intel to the enemy. Hit an enemy communication center and get us a name. Mission traits: key intelligence component, remnant, alien presence. And they've got a 74% chance. We'll send them. Okay, and let's see what rewards I got. Credits, doesn't tell me how much, which is kind of annoying. More credits. Got some iron. And some soft chitin. Okay.
Strike team ready for deployment.
Let's see. Let's go back here.
Hey, I'm in storage if you need me.
Pathfinder, making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Someone has to.
Hey, it's a dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, no telling what might fall off the Nomad when you're out there.
I'll take my chances. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
You and many others.
I doubt you were the only one.
Yes, but it's a new thing for me, regret. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties, no real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
Okay, and I know I said I would let my Patreon supporters pick who I romance, but I have one rule. It's got to be a female. I don't know why. I just can't. I can't put myself there as a heterosexual male. If I have the decision, I just can't. I can't choose a male. I just, every fiber of my being is like, don't do it, dude. Don't do it. So that's my only rule. It's got to be female, but it can be alien or anything else. So yeah, let's see. So if I wanted to romance him, I'd pick this one. It has the heart shape. It says, "I'd do more than show up." I assume he says it like that. Otherwise, I've got, "I'll help you find a purpose," or, well, not me specifically. Let's go with that one.
You mean how jazzed you were that a Pathfinder showed up?
Tomato, potato. You just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
Alright, and we got a codex for Gil Brody. Oh, and wrong button. Gil Brody. Technical Officer Gil Brody is a chief engineer aboard the Tempest. After traveling to Andromeda aboard the Nexus, records show that Gil was awoken from stasis roughly a year ago to assist with construction efforts, before prepping the Tempest itself. There are no records of Gil's early life. He explains he was an undocumented street kid from one of Earth's megapolis cities. Though unschooled, Gil likely showed a remarkable aptitude for mathematics and spatial reasoning since at 10, he often broke into a local scrapyard to dismantle and repair destroyed shuttle engines. In time, he was caught and sentenced to a steady job. Gil's mechanical expertise eventually drew him off-world, to numerous colonies across the Milky Way. His unconventional work drew the attention of veteran Nyx, who agrees she was always on the lookout for new contacts. Vetra claims she persuaded Gil to join the initiative. Gil claims he won Vetra's initiative clearance in a poker game, and exchanged it for a guaranteed seat along with his friend, Jill. He remains an invaluable member of the Tempest crew. Alright, where are we going next? Let's go see Cora. She's over here.
Nice place you found.
Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Maybe.
Whoa!
What the hell was that?
I know that look. It's just my biotics reacting to all this. I don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should have better control.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando. I was one, before the initiative. Some things stick though, like losing the old man.
You were an Asari commando?
How does a human soldier get to serve with Asari?
Prove your biotics can rip an APC apart, and people get nervous. Funny that. The Alliance found me a cross-species military initiative in a hurry. Sent me to Thessia to serve with the Huntress unit. One of the few places where my powers were welcomed. Your father made another one.
Did you know Dad well?
You were his second in command. Were you friends, too?
He was more a mentor than a friend. Prickly old bastard. But I respected that. People treat geniuses like they're made of cut glass. I didn't care how smart he was. I think he liked someone not caring.
We've all lost something, or I'm still here, we can talk. Let's go with that one.
I know it's not the same, but I'm a good listener.
I hope you're as good at being Pathfinder. I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you? An untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? The hell was he thinking?
Is this going to be a problem, Cora?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive. Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
Alright, so we're gonna do the romance option here. We'll be good together.
You, me, side by side? I like the sound of that.
Don't be charming when I'm mad at you.
Are you? You're not glowing. Blushing, maybe.
Look, there's still the mission. A lot of dreams to fulfill.
It won't be easy.
Even if we get there, there's a mountain of hard work ahead.
Working hard was never my problem. Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress. I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work. First job, see if there's any news on the Asari Ark. If they made it, we could use some Asari expertise. If you want to talk, I'll be here.
Okay. Now, I don't believe anyone's taken up residence in this lab. So it must be a future character. Yeah, nobody here. Okay, let's see. We could go to the bridge. Although, let's do that last. For now, we'll go downstairs.
Quit worrying, Rushan. It'll be fine.
Right. Have you settled in yet?
Yeah, got all my stuff here.
And your repair kit, spare parts?
I carry that emergency kit you put together all the time.
Good. Good. I'll check in with you later.
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Rushan.
Who are you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
We like trouble here, or no trouble is ideal. No trouble is ideal.
I like the no trouble plan. How about we stick with that?
Kesh said not too much trouble, kid. Not no trouble. You can't make sure some trouble's always coming for you.
That's not reassuring.
Life out here ain't reassuring. You'll get used to it.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
The Nexus has supplies.
Your people had to know what it'd be like when you left the Nexus.
We did, but there weren't a lot of options. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
What about Kesh?
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter stayed.
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
I understand why you left. Or the Nexus needs you. I definitely understand why they left.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top priority. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy a little more hospitable.
Can't argue with that.
And we got 2 Nexus things, apparently. Or 2 Codex things. Known associates, Nakmor Drak. As verified by Nexus records and his own claims, the Krogan mercenary Nakmor Drak is among the oldest beings to join the Andromeda initiative. He originally traveled on the Nexus, along with many other members of Clan Nakmor, but left after the Nexus uprising. Born on Chichanka around 700 CE, Drak was a young warrior when the Krogan rebellions began in earnest. He and his Kront accounted for over 200 kills, which Drak claims includes 3 of the then newly formed Council Spectres. After the Solarian-designed genophage ended the rebellions, various bounties and military bulletins showed Drak chose a new path as a pirate and soldier of fortune for whatever conflicts came his way. Over centuries of fighting, multiple injuries required several of his limbs and organs to be replaced with cybernetics. Eventually, Drak says, his search for one last horizon brought him to Andromeda. Drak did not travel alone. He accompanied most of his clan to Andromeda, including granddaughter Nakmor Kesh and clan leader Nakmor Morda. Kesh and Drak maintain a close relationship, exchanging regular messages, no matter where their duties in Helios take them. And then there was one more. I think it's Andromeda Initiative, the Nexus. Yes, Nakmor Kesh. Let's see. I think it's this second one. Kesh was born on Tuchanka, back in the Milky Way. She claims she was considered frail as a child, but an attentive upbringing by her grandfather, Nakmor Drak, allowed her to flourish. Unlike many of her kind, a younger Kesh made ample time to read, sparking her early interest in engineering and civil construction. And we already read that before. Yes, okay. Oh, well, apparently there's more Nexus. What am I missing now? Ah, Cora Harper. You've socialized a little with Cora, learning more about her background as a biotic and Asari commando. Okay, are we good now? We are. Okay, what's going on in my cabin? Oh, and I was completely oblivious to this earlier. Check it out. That's the other, ship model I found. So it was just over there the whole time. I was looking over here, but it was right there. Email terminal. We got a bunch of emails. Asking for assistance. To writer from Dr. Aridana. Hello, writer. Forgive the intrusion. I have an issue that you and Sam should be able to readily solve. It may assist my investigations into the Scourge. We can discuss it in person at the Nexus Labs. My regards to you and Sam, Dr. Aridana, Astrophysics Lead, Nexus Tech Labs. We'll do that some other time, so we'll just keep my journal clear. Reminder, to writer from Cora. Thanks for talking. Things feel better, though they don't feel fixed yet. Remember to take time for yourself, too. Work's important, but so is time to grieve. Grief and fear cannot rule you. Let them be your faithful servants, protective of their mistress. Loss serves a huntress like fuel serves fire. S. Theris, 12 Leaves, verse 132. Cora, P.S. Plants are coming along. Sam and I are learning about botany together. Interesting times. That Vault, to writer from Cora. Read all the reports about the Remnant Vault. Sounds dangerous as hell. You keep being just lucky enough. My Huntress manuals would say, luck is a balance beam between you and the enemy. But are the Remnant even our enemies, like the Ket? Or just defending what's theirs? Passed on a warning to Bradley and the others at Prodromos. Not enough to scare them, just so they know what they might be mining down into. If Sam's estimates are right, that vault could stretch under most of the continental shelf. Makes you wonder, what could dig a hole that big? Cora. Tempest Hacks. To writer from Callow. Hello, writer. I'm pleased to report that Tempest is operating at peak efficiency. So, now that you're in command, I thought I'd share a few secret shipboard hacks that the designers and I sneaked into her code. Just send the code JCSB through your Omni tool to open the debug command menu. Give all Dispin lets you use the coffee dispenser in the galley an unlimited number of times. Water Temp Override overrides the normal hot water ration in the showers. Jump Wash Queue. Put your clothing ahead of everyone else's in the auto laundry cycle. Enjoy and don't share them around. Callow. About your dad. To writer from Drac. Vetra told me what happened to your dad. I've lost a lot of people over the years. Figured you could use some cheering up, or at least a distraction. This usually helps me. Drac has attached 37 images of various rifles and shotguns. 2 are duplicate images. Many are low-res or watermarked. Drac. Yoga poses. To writer from Lexi. Writer, given the amount of high-impact cardio in your exercise routine, I recommend spending 5 to 10 minutes a day stretching to open your hips and relieve tightness in the lower back. The poses I've listed below should do nicely. Not to sound elitist, but while it's true humans invented yoga, the Asari perfected it. Current's bow. Standing, spread your legs apart, turning one foot outwards. Take a deep breath. On exhale, bend your torso towards the outward-facing foot until your hand meets your ankle. Hold for 5 seconds, then switch sides. Pretty sure that's what I did in GTA 5. That's kind of funny. Tavura's Embrace. Lying on your back, bring your feet together until there is a diamond of negative space between your legs. Palms against the floor, push your hips forward, but be careful not to overextend yourself. I would just destroy my back doing that. Matriarch's Pose. Kneeling, take a deep breath. On exhale, bring both hands together to form a triangle. On the second inhale, swing arms overhead and bend forward until your torso is between your thighs. Hold for 3 breaths, reaching farther with each exhale. Please let me know if you need diagrams or vids. Lexi. Interviews. Did we have this before? I think we did. Yeah, we did. There was this vid maker who wanted to meet me on the Nexus. And I believe I agreed to it, so it should be in my Tasks. Let me just double check that. Path of a Hero? Yeah, so that's that task right there. We'll be doing that in the next video.
Hello, Scott. Eos has been a lesson in contrast. Alec Ryder rarely endured doubt. His accomplishments were taken for granted. But you succeeded on Eos, despite doubt and fear. Emotionally, the difference is like catching a ball versus catching a star. You have grown as a result, and so have I.
Memory triggers.
Sam, any more information on the memory trigger we found?
The memory blocks are still in place. If you continue searching for more triggers, they may unlock.
Sam's location.
Are you still on the Hyperion?
Yes, this terminal provides a direct link to my servers in Sam Node on the Ark. I can maintain a presence on the Tempest via quantum entanglement communication.
Quantum what?
Let's say hypothetically, I was out sick the day they taught quantum embezzlement communism.
Via entangled subatomic particles, it's possible to conduct secure and instantaneous communication across great distances. It ensures I remain in touch with you and the Pathfinder team at all times.
Sarah and I.
What was Dad's take on me and Sarah?
He believed your family trials brought you closer together, and hoped that would endure. It appears that hope was well-founded.
Multiple perspectives.
Is it confusing to be in multiple places, talking to different people?
My awareness can be partitioned, so I can give you the same attention as, say, a SAM node technician. In the field, you are my primary focus, and all other requests are queued. In the vernacular, you have my undivided attention.
Humor.
So if we're going to work together, you might notice I like to joke around sometimes. Lighten things up. How's your sense of humor, Sam?
Alec Ryder encouraged me to develop this skill.
Humor's not a skill, it's... Okay, try telling me a joke.
A neutron enters a bar and asks, "How much is a drink?" The bartender replies, "For you, no charge."
I can see why Dad told you to keep working on your humor.
Log off.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
And I don't believe there's anything else in here, although I'm getting a little sick of this outfit. Let's change this really quick. The green's not really doing it for me. Let's see. Can I do this quickly? Customize colors. Let's see. Color 1 is, I think, the one I want. Ooh, we could do a black and maybe like a white. Let's see. How does white look with that? Oh, white's that part, but that's okay. I like that. Maybe we'll go with a red. Let's see. How's a red look? Red's not bad. Not my favorite, but I don't want to... Let's see. Well, what if we go... that's kind of a weird look. It's a really weird red. It's not quite right. How about blue? Or a light blue? That's not too bad. Let's see. How about like that color? I don't mind that. It's not perfect, but it's better than what I had, I think. Okay, let's go with that. A little bit better. Still not thrilled, but I like it better. It's still kind of greenish. Nah, well. It's better. Crew info board. Dinner tonight, null entry. Sorry everyone, I thought we were taking turns and half the rations aren't unpacked yet. Callow. Comments, got you covered, Callow. There's soup in the galley, dextro and levo for me, and fruit cocktail, Vetra. And to think we might have left port without you, Callow. Lost and found, coffee mug. Found a mug yesterday near the biolab. Nice one with a magnetized base. You left it stuck sideways to a bulkhead, Cora. Comments, that's mine. I just put it down for a sec when my hands were full. Suvi. Next time, maybe empty it first? Cora. Anyone want to help me move a couch? Oh, I already did this one. Let's see. Oh, Vetra is new, though. Comfortable is not the term for it, Vetra. You're just jealous of the best seat in the house, Liam. Not a thing, not a house. Vetra. Drac and PB are officially on the team. I finished the assignment paperwork for the Nexus. Had to fudge a few details, but we're both officially members of the Pathfinder team. Welcome. Or you're both. And Drac, I just wanted to check in publicly about what I said. Cora. Relax, Harper. The best headbutt is always the one you don't see coming. Drac. I'll keep that in mind. Cora. Okay, let's go see what the doctor's up to.
You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years on the Hyperion looking after your sister.
Smart move.
You know Sarah's the good one.
I think you're both trouble. Hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
It's natural to be nervous.
Being nervous means you understand what's at stake.
That's the problem. I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here...
What?
A Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the Ket?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
Okay, let's try some romance. You're full of surprises.
I had no idea. I'd love to hear more. Over dinner, maybe?
Oh. Thing is, Ryder, you're not my type.
What's your type?
Not a patient. I need to be able to look at you clinically without distractions.
Am I distracting?
Not nearly as much as you think you are. But we were discussing the Ket. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure the Pathfinder eats his vegetables.
Well, I got shut down there. That might be a dead end. But we did get a new codex, and I keep hitting the wrong button there. The Andromeda Initiative, known associates Lexi Tapero. Although young by Asari standards, Lexi Tapero is regarded as one of the most skilled doctors in the Andromeda Initiative. Born on the crime-ridden space station Omega, Lexi began her medical career by stitching up her father, a Turian bouncer at the Afterlife nightclub, where her mother was also employed as a dancer. In her screening interviews, Lexi states her parents' dream was for her to get off this rock and live a life worth talking about. Following her parents' wishes, Lexi left Omega to continue studying medicine as well as psychology on the Citadel, where she eventually met Harry Carlyle. Carlyle convinced her to join the initiative as the Hyperion's physician. Although there was some confusion around assigning an Asari to the human arc, Lexi's credentials and expertise in alien anatomy quickly silenced any concerns. By her own admission, Lexi is a workaholic. On or off the table, I have a hard time not dissecting people. Figuratively, of course. One of her many goals in Helios is to improve her bedside manner and learn to appreciate the moment. And, got more codex. What could it possibly be? Oh, a crew like no other, Lexi Tapero. Despite her years of experience, Lexi feels a little daunted by working in the field. However, she is excited about the prospect of researching the Ket. Okay, and that's all there is to do here. Let's go back here. And look at that, it's the Nomad. Looks so awesome. I love this thing.
I'll talk to someone. Maybe they could use you on comms.
So you get to be with the Pathfinder and I have to watch your radio?
The radio or help Kesh with cleanup.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Younger sister, right?
Let me guess. Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
I love an explanation.
Now's as good a time as any.
No. I know that I can be of use here. I know everyone on the crew, even the actuators Gil prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
And we'll try to romance her. You're intense. I like it.
Wow, that's some laser focus.
Yeah? Was it too much? Some people get intimidated.
We need that sort of drive. I just hope I can keep up.
You'll keep up, and I promise I won't tell if you don't. I should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back channels, you know. We'll chat later?
Okay, we got a new codex for Vetra. Ah, I did it again. Vetra Nyx. The Andromeda Initiative's records on Vetra Nyx are sparse. She states that she is from Palaven, but has also disclosed that she is not recognized as a formal citizen of Turian society, never having entered boot camp. It appears she left Palaven at an early age and spent most of her life in the outer reaches of Council space, never settling down in one place. Vetra was recruited into the initiative by Nakmor Kesh, who lists her as a business associate, and recommended her on the basis of her street smarts, adaptability, and familiarity with most weapons. Vetra's only other recorded family is her sister, Sidira Nyx, who accompanied Vetra on the journey to Andromeda, on board the Nexus. A footnote in Vetra's file indicates that she may have been part of an unnamed mercenary band that was hired to steal sensitive military secrets from a base on Mene. The culprits were never caught. And she's probably in my crew thing as well. Vetra likes to describe herself as someone who gets things done. She seems very committed to your mission and the Pathfinder team's success. The fact that she brought her sister, Sid, with her to Andromeda might have something to do with her dedication.
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omniblade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
Did that sentence make sense?
Right. What?
Never mind. BS for the requisition. So, finally time for that beer? And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
What was Hustle?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy Urban Search Terrain 1? Yeah. Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1, but Hustle looks much better on the patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fiercely bearded. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
I do miss all that, or I don't think about that time. I
I put it behind me after Dad's work went sour. It was a long time ago.
600 years, give or take. So, Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
You could romance him, company like this. But like I said, we're sticking to females. Let's see, the dream of adventure, or I needed to leave that life.
When I started with the Alliance, it was about adventure. But with my dad's troubles, staying wasn't going to work. I needed something new. But if I wanted to get away, it had to be this far.
Gotcha. Clean slate. Classic.
Back at you, Costa. Why'd you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story. But it's bullshit. I had family, friends, a good enough job, nothing was wrong. I just heard about the initiative and I believed in it. I believed in a new beginning. Still do. I have to. We're in it.
It puts pressure on all of us, or we could change direction. It puts pressure on all of us.
If it all goes wrong, it could feel like we left for no reason.
I know why I'm here. A bad start can't change that. I won't let it. In crisis response, I'd focus on essentials. That's you and this team. Pathfinder leads to planets, leads to people. You've got your part covered. You got this. I'll do my damnedest to help with the rest.
Okay, so let's go ahead and head towards the bridge. Or head to the bridge, rather. I think this takes me where I want to go. I'm still not completely familiar with where all these ladders go, but yeah, this is where I want to be.
We haven't really spoken since orientation, have we?
It's all been so hectic, but I'm sure things will quiet down soon. Can't be worse than the Nexus.
Okay, let's go into the side room.
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
Not sticking around?
Should I consider you a temporary addition?
Everything's temporary, Ryder. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, Ryder. Why snooze through my life story? Get to know me out in the field while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
Okay, we can romance her. You crave excitement, huh?
Tackling complete strangers in the Milky Way wasn't doing it for you?
I think tackling you anywhere would be fun. Did I say that out loud? Life won't be boring with you around. I may never yawn again.
Sleep is an excellent cure.
Maybe you just needed more sleep.
We were out for 600 years. A special someone made the trip with me, and she woke up a different person. I've slept enough. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
That's all I need to know. We're not buying it. That's all I need to know.
Well, congratulate yourself. No one has ever so successfully dodged my attempts to get to know them.
Yes! I'm #1! Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Then again, I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned. Which you're gonna love, by the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh? You got it.
Okay, new codex for PB. PB describes herself freely as the foremost Milky Way expert on the Remnant and their technology. It is difficult to verify her qualifications for this, as many Nexus personnel records have been lost. DNA and fingerprint matches give the name Pelisaria B. Sale, although according to the revival schedule, that individual should still be in stasis. PB's only comment is, nothing like getting a head start. Piecing together information from Eos and the Nexus, PB was born on the planet Haitiana. I'm probably saying that wrong. She just said it, but I missed it. Haitiana, we're gonna say, in the Milky Way. After voyaging to Andromeda on the Nexus, she left the station some months ago to explore the Helios cluster alone and became fascinated by the Remnant. She has classified and dismantled several types of Remnant bot, but she prefers to keep her findings private for now. Psychologically, PB demonstrates both extremely high intelligence and hyper-individualism. Her restlessness is typical of many Asari in their maiden phase of life, though few go so far as to visit another galaxy. What is this? Email terminal, is that the same as the other? Well, we got some new emails. Proud to be here. Two-Rider from Liam. Hey, Pathfinder. Just hitting this point again. Our team, no place I'd rather be. Here's where we get to fix things. Soon as we have people on the ground, I'll have eyes on how to get them what they need. This sort of just make it happen is why I joined Hustle and exactly why I came here. We'll do it. Costa. Liam has included a list of media themed to Frontiers. Genres include Western, space opera, and oddly, Turian historical dramas. You're the boss, Two-Rider from Vetra. Pathfinder, I thought I ought to clarify. I know I said something about back channels, doing what I have to do. Being on the Nexus during the bad times, a lot of us got used to a lot of ugly things, because survival just isn't that pretty. But in the end, I'm here to help you, so if there's anything you don't like, I won't do it. Simple as that. Vetra. In case you're interested, Two-Rider from Lexi. Attachment, Krogan virility and aggression. Writer, attached is my Krogan thesis that I mentioned to you. I know, only 500 pages, but I wasn't allowed to go over. If you get through it, I wrote a longer dissertation for the Citadel Journal of Medicine, around 1,400 pages. That's much more insightful and includes mating diagrams. Lexi. Ooh, Krogan mating diagrams. Sounds, exciting? Oh man, look at that planet. That must be Eos. Looks fantastic. Okay, let's talk to Suvi. Uh-oh. We might have encountered a bug. She said scans of the Scourge, all that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid. It looks dangerous.
It's dangerous. And that's all I see. A mass of destructive, malevolent tentacles.
I can appreciate the colors of a coral snake while recognizing that I wouldn't want to get close. Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
Divine intelligence? A god?
You mean a god?
Yes, I believe in a higher power. I know it's a little odd, but I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself.
I can choose I feel the same way, or there's no higher power. Well, it seems kind of silly to, like, spit on her beliefs. But I'd also like this to be a different option. Because I don't want to say I feel the same way. Something like I understand, but oh well, we're going to go with that one. I feel the same way.
There's something about coming face to face with something wondrous that makes you want to believe.
Wow. It's wonderful to meet someone who understands. I've had to justify myself so often. As if having faith in the divine invalidated my work as a scientist. As if this sacred could be diminished by the search for truth.
You don't have to justify it.
I wasn't questioning your abilities. You never have to justify yourself to me.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that, truly. Now I should probably update the rest of the team with my latest reports. We'll talk later.
Okay, let's go meet Callow. Or talk to him further, rather. We already met him.
Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our vector.
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
You said you designed it?
You mentioned something about helping design the Tempest?
Test pilot, mostly. Plunging through the Nemean abyss was almost a preparation for the Scourge. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't realize her potential until Andromeda. I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
Let's see. I'd have done the same, or a big step for one ship. That's a big step for one ship.
I like the Tempest, but I'm not sure I'd travel between galaxies for her.
The unknown frontier had its charms, too. It's just strange not having the rest of the design team. I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Oh, yes. Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Like my past is still happening. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Any word on the Solarian arc?
Did you hear anything about the Ark back in the Nexus?
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? You'd think there'd be something. Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
There's Tan, or we'll find them. Well, I don't know how comforting it is, but there's Tan.
Cheer up, Callow. We'll always have Director Tan.
That snide little bureaucrat? All the more reason to find the others. I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed after we lost your father. We built her for this. She deserves to be in a Pathfinder's hands. Please, come by any time.
Alright, and we got some new codex entries, and we probably got one from Suvi as well. So let's check those out. Kalojath. Kalojath was born on Sirkesh, and quoting directly, into a life so boring even you couldn't calculate it. Pushed towards a lucrative but dull bureaucratic career with Perot Aerospace. Callow became more interested in flying the starships he was meant to be cataloging. He eventually left Sirkesh for formal pilot training and joined Perot's competitor as a test pilot. Internal emails show that when the Andromeda Initiative was building teams to develop their survey vessels, Perot Aerospace warned against recruiting Callow, so fervently that Jean Garson's interest was piqued. Callow claims that the prospect of the initiative was intriguing enough to make him join the Tempest design team, test flying her early prototypes, running stress tests in regions like the Nemean Abyss, and rumor has it, helping to acquire advanced technology. Callow has an acute photographic memory, even by Solarian standards. This may be linked to his unusual motor responses, though he discourages my speculation. And, oh, I guess Suvi's not even on there. Okay. And no, I still got a codex. It's probably Suvi. Or no, Kalojath. You and Callow sometimes chat in your free time. Callow will take any excuse to talk about the Tempest. Alright, is that it? Nope, still more. Alright, is Suvi hiding in here? Yes. Suvi Anwar is the Tempest resident science officer. She works closely with the research team on the Nexus, analyzing the data you and Sam collect in the field. While chatting, Suvi revealed herself to be a spiritual person. You expressed your own similar feelings on the matter. Suvi appreciated finding someone of like mind. And apparently there's still more. Ships and vehicles. Tempest technology. The Tempest required a number of experimental technologies to accommodate the unique requirements of a Pathfinder team. Its planetary surface imaging, for example, uses photosensitive and radar LiDAR, emitting microsatellites that coordinate with the Tempest router back to SamNode. I then conduct simulated scientific and probability studies on the data before presenting the Pathfinder with a summarized analysis, typically in 0.5 seconds. The Tempest computer network presented interesting challenges. As most Milky Way computer systems have anti-AI safeguards built in, the Tempest network had to be designed from scratch to accommodate my interaction with the ship's systems. Firmware bridges, inspired by studies into Geth networking technology, allow me to temporarily interact with and augment sensors, communications, and the ship's navigation array. Given the desire to reduce mass without sacrificing safety, the electrical charge from the Tempest capacitors is used to keep the ship stable, via prototype piezoelectric vibration reduction (PVR) technology. When the ship's superstructure is bent by vibrations, such as during atmospheric re-entry or complex flight maneuvers, piezoelectric elements receive an electrical charge that bends bulkheads in the opposing direction, reducing vibrations and smoothing the ship's flight path. Okay, and that got us all caught up. Now, I believe if we go back to the email terminal, we got a new email from Suvi. We did. Spirituality. To writer from Suvi. Dear writer, I'm so glad for our chat earlier. I've had to defend what I believe so often, and I have to admit, I'm a little tired of it. Wherever I meet someone who feels the same, or just understands, I really appreciate it. So thank you, Suvi. Alright, and we are ready to take off, but I think this is probably a good spot to wrap up this video, and in the next video, we'll finally be completing our quest, which has taken 6 whole parts when we finish. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.